Hello, welcome to another tutorial with Aaron. This video is a continuation of an ear training program or lessons that I'm going to be having for beginners, and it is exclusive for my members. All right, so we're going to be using key C as the base point, and if you don't understand all the other keys, because whatever we do in C can be replicated in all the other keys. So if you don't understand or know how to play the other keys, go to the play section in my videos. You'll be able to see a beginner tutorial that you can learn and then become better. All right, so that said, you're going to be using your ears to listen to every tone on the piano. But what we're going to be doing is arranged, it's in order. So it's not as if you're going to be learning how to memorize these notes and every other note distinctively, in as much as that is what you're going to be doing. But we're going to be doing it in a way that is going to be fun for you to be able to follow. At the end of everything, all the videos that we'll be doing, you should be able to listen to songs and then get the progression of the song, with or without the keyboard being around. And that said, we're going to be revisiting the number system and then the sofa system. Okay, so we have Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. So Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Do is the same as 1. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. These are the notes or tones that we use in forming our chords, which is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Now, the chords that I just played is called triad. That is notes, a chord that is made up of 3 notes. Now, as you can see, this chord is C, E, G. Now, it also means that you can play this chord in 3 different ways. This being the first. All these lessons, I've taught them in the previous lesson, but because we are doing a beginner course for ear training, I'm just bringing your mind back to it. So if you haven't learned it, you can use this as a means to learn. So inverting this chord, you can take the C up to the next C. Then it becomes this way. Then if you want to invert it again, you bring the E here. So yes, and then the E comes up. So you have the root chord, first inversion, second inversion. So every chord form of 3 notes can be played 3 different ways. If it is 4, it means you can play it 4 different ways. If it is 5, 5 different ways. All right. Now, what we are going to be doing, I want you to learn the inversions of key C in this way. For example, this is chord 1, but this is the actual target note. This is what makes chord 1 chord 1, the note itself. So you build the chord 1 on this note. This is note 2. So if you're building a chord on note 2, the target is this note. So this is chord 1. These 2 are just adding up to this one to form the chord, but the target is C. So it becomes a C major. So you can play 1, you can play 1. Now, whenever you're playing this, what happens is that you tend to hear the last note more. But when you invert it and then the C comes up, you will not be hearing the C more. So in learning the inversions, you can start do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This is one way. Then the second way, learn it like this. Okay, let me start from here. Do, now what would happen is that when you're playing the first inversion, the note that is supposed to be dominated, or the chord itself, comes out more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. The beautiful thing about playing key C is that when you make a structure on your hand to play a chord, you can just maintain that same structure of hand and then move it across board, and then you get your chords. So on the left, you can be playing your extended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Then the last way of playing the inversion is the second inversion. So this root, first inversion, second inversion. Now what happens for the second inversion is that the targeted note, which is C, now falls in between the G and the E. Now when you play the first chord, you have the E and G on the extreme end. The first inversion, you have the targeted note, which is the C, on top of the chord, bringing out the sound well. Let me put it that way. Then the second inversion, you find the notes in between the two of them. So that one will now to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So again, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that is it for the first lesson. In our next lesson, we're going to be learning what progressions are. See you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.